Hello, I'm Sophia, and I'm with the Offering Magazine and Webzine, and I'm here with Jarkko from Korpiklaani to talk about their new album, Manala. And so, okay, so you guys just released this album, which I guess is album number 8.
Yeah, I think so.
Can you tell us a little bit about it, besides what's on the website?
I haven't read the website, so
okay.
I may be repeating things then. No, it's done the same way as usual, as we usually do albums. We write the songs, write plenty of songs, skip a few, record the rest, and in the end we see what kind of album did we actually come up with. So, nothing on this album was done differently than on the previous ones, and then, except for the fact that it is available as a double CD version as well, which is where the second disc includes the English version of it.
Oh, okay.
So we basically 2 versions of the album. Originally, we had the idea like a few years ago, because people were asking that, like, why do you do so much in Finnish and not any more English, like we had, because we were mostly singing in English in the beginning. Then some people were complaining about that, and then we thought a few years ago that we will make 2 versions of the album, release them on the same day, and then just see from the record sales that which one is actually more wanted. But then we thought that would be a stupid idea, since that would force people, the actual fans, that would force them to buy 2 albums instead of 1, which is stupid. So we did it now this way, that we basically added the second disc as a bonus disc.
Okay.
And the price difference is like $1 or $2 or something.
Yeah,
so
usually
shouldn't be that bad.
1 or 2 euros.
And now everybody will still understand that the original idea was still to release an album in Finnish, and then there's just bonus tracks.
Good. So basically, what does Manala mean?
Manala is the underworld, the world of the dead in the Finnish mythology.
Okay.
It has several other names as well. Most people know Tuonela.
Okay.
It's the same thing anyway.
I know it's a lot of different words in English have probably about 3 or 4 names. Like, I pretty much know how to say hello, and I think 5 different words in Finnish.
Okay, well, that's...
Depends on where I'm at.
That's quite nice already.
But then again, I've traveled there twice, and my friends have basically teach me every time I go there a couple words each time. So, and depending on which city I'm in, it's usually different. Basically, how does the Manala, the World of the Dead, relate to the album? Does it make it a darker album, or?
Yeah, it is clearly a darker album. Like, at least lyrically, it's a lot darker. Probably musically as well. It's hard to tell, because for me, the lyrics mean quite a lot in that. The lyrics set the mood more than the music, so it's hard to tell if the music is actually like that as well. But it is. We had an idea. Well, actually, Jonne had an idea that we'll make a concept album based on Kalevala, and then we were getting the texts for the album from our writer, and realized that this is not actually about Kalevala at all. This is not going to be a Kalevala concept album, and notice that most of the songs are actually about the underworld, or the dead, or the dead spirits, or whatever.
Right.
There is so then we renamed the album as Manala because of that.
Okay.
So, and now many people think that it's a concept album, that we thought that we will make a concept album about Manala, but it was sort of an accident.
It kind of just happened that way. Well, speaking of the Kalevala, basically most of your lyrics come from that, so I'm assuming that this is just, for Manala, that it's just a part of that story.
No, actually our lyrics do not come from Kalevala. As far as I remember, we have never used lyrics from Kalevala. We have used the stories, we have used the themes, we have used the mythology that is also, of course, included in the poems of Kalevala, but we've never taken anything directly from that.
I can't even remember the names at this time, but yeah. As far as when you talked about like the concept of it, I know there's many. Speaking of the poems and things, as far as like the English text, it's actually hard to find good translations of it. There's so many different ones out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. I found like 4 or 5 different books, and each one, they're similar, but the translations are a little different in each one.
Yeah, but I do like when we were doing the translations for this for the English version, we noticed how difficult it is to actually translate a poem or a set of song lyrics from Finnish to English, and so it wouldn't. I think that it cannot be any easier with Kalevala.
I'm sure it is.
Because you have to keep it, if you want to keep the poetic meter that's in Kalevala, and you want to save that with the English version, then you're up to shit creek.
Yeah, because some of the words are a lot longer in Finnish than they are in English.
Yeah, but still, when we were translating the text from Finnish to English, we always first you do the rough translation of what it is, and we always ended up like twice as much text as was the Finnish version.
As they call it, coloring the language a little bit.
Yeah, and then you start cutting it down, trying to fit that to the actual song.
To the actual
song.
song.
It's a terrible amount of work, actually.
Basically, how is this latest album? How is it the same? You said it was pretty much, comprised the same way. And how is it different than the previous albums?
I think it's like the last album. I felt that was a sort of a rock and roll album. It had this undescribable rock and roll feel on it, and the new album is way more metal, in my opinion.
Okay.
It has a lot more trashier riffs, sort of in the old school thrash kind of way. And then, but it's also at the same time, I think it's more melodic. It is more everything, I think.
So did you play some of these songs? I heard Hanunlena had a medieval festival.
Yeah.
Was it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
I have friends in that city. And did you play some of those songs there?
Yeah, we've been doing the new songs now for some time already. We started to add the new songs in the set already, before the album was released.
Okay. Basically, Manala, the artwork, what does the image depict, and where did this idea come from that's on the cover of the album?
That I don't know where the idea came from, but it is basically a picture of this mythological Manala. You have a river of Tuoni, and then you have the swan of Tuonela swimming in the river.
Nice.
Then you have a combination of our usual character, cover character, combination of him and Väinämöinen.
Oh, yes.
It is just a picture of, Manala.
Right.
Although I do have to admit that with all the fire and brimstone, it looks more like a biblical depiction of hell.
Instead of more of a finished version. Who was the artist that's on the cover?
Jan Yrlund.
Okay.
Same guy that's done.
He's done the plate.
I don't know how many covers for us already.
Yeah, I think he's.
And he has done some covers for Tyr as well.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I think I've seen similar pictures with other artists too.
Oh, well, he's working quite a lot nowadays.
Yeah. Basically, what made you choose the bonus Underworld album with all? Yeah, basically you said earlier how you with the double disc because you want to make sure people didn't have to buy 2 discs with the English version of the album. Basic with all English lyrics. Was it just? Sorry.
I'm following you now, honestly.
It was more What made you decide to do it on this album? But I think you kind of already answered that in any way.
Yeah. Actually, let's just go to the next one. What was it like making the video for Rauta?
It was one of the nicer video shoots. For some reason, all the other shoots we've done have been done in winter time, as far as I can remember. Yeah, tequila. We've been like tequila. What we did, we were freezing hours in this fucking forest in the middle of nowhere.
So you had to drink lots of tequila to keep warm.
No, because you have to track back from there.
Oh.
And the video shoots are always mostly waiting.
Yeah.
You go there in the morning, and then usually the crew who is supposed to be there like 2 hours before you, they arrive after you, and they start setting up the stuff, and you are not needed for hours. And then when you are needed, it's 3 seconds, and then you wait again.
Right.
So it's really boring work.
And you do it over and over and over.
Yeah, but this time it was summertime or spring, and in a nice environment in this old farmer or housing museum area, whatever that was. So it was quite nice.
Yeah.
This time.
Now here's a question I thought is interesting. Did the blacksmith in the video actually hand make that sword?
Not that I know.
Okay. Was it actually handmade by someone, or?
Honestly, I do not know.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea of the sword. Well, the blacksmith in the video is a blacksmith.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. And are there any plans to make any more videos off the song?
No.
So this is the only one.
Because there's what do you do with videos? Like nowadays, you upload them on YouTube.
Pretty much.
Why do you spend thousands of euros or dollars to put something on YouTube that people will watch on the screen of you?
Yeah, well, you can make the HD ones, and I can put them on there.
Yeah, but it's like people probably don't even remember that the letter M in MTV used to mean music.
Ah.
I think they're better used for promotional tools for newer bands, but once a band's established, a video is just more of an entertainment value than anything.
Yeah, I would exactly. I wouldn't think that it sold any more albums.
Basically, your longtime violinist Jarkko recently left the band. Was there a story behind why he had left?
There was a long story that he was losing his interest more and more. He wasn't happy in the studio, he wasn't happy on the road, he wasn't really doing that well, like physically or even mentally, and then he started to, we didn't really see him much at the rehearsals anymore, and then he missed a couple of shows as well, and so it was, the change was obviously needed.
Right. And how was the process of finding your new violinist, Tuomas Raunaki?
Well, finding him was sort of a simple process, but we did have 3 violin players in between these 2 guys. But anyway, it's just like it's easy. You go on. This isn't some people think that this is a joke, but it's not a joke. You go online and search for Finnish violin players, and then you look at the YouTube links, and then you send them an email. Hey, we have a band called Korpiklaani. Would you come and play with us?
Yeah, because I think the last time you were here, I think it was the person you had was really very young, and the pictures I saw from my friends from that medieval festival in Hämeenlinna, it looked like a different person.
Yeah. The last time we were in the US, we had a different guy who didn't last even, well, like I think 8 shows of that tour, then we sent him home.
Couldn't handle America.
It had nothing to do with America. Couldn't handle anything.
I suppose he was young, and he didn't really...
Couldn't hold his liquor. No.
Well, it's not about that.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure, was it his first tour?
Yep.
Yeah. Some people just seem to not handle it as well. I know I haven't been touring in a while, and I miss it greatly, but that's just me. So this, how has Tomas been working out for you guys so far?
Really well. He's quite a character, like outside the stage and also on the stage. I mean, like, there's not like the main thing. I think the problem that with the previous one, the things were related with the age.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite probably for a kid of whatever he was 19 or whatever. It is rather difficult to move into a situation where you have to work with grown-ups.
Yeah.
And then when you have a problem, you realize that no one cares.
No.
It's your problem. Take care of it.
Right.
But then now we have Tuomas, who is about the same age as the others are. So it's been completely different situation.
Maybe kind of refreshing after.
Yeah, and you don't have to, like, he's a grown-up who can take care of himself. You don't have to worry about things.
I think things when you're younger, you tend to worry about more so, and when you get older, I know ever since I've been 30, I'm 38 now, that there's certain things I just blow off, take care of it, or just don't even bother with it. And the next thing, you just learn how to take care of it quickly and let it go.
Yeah, like when you get older, things around you get less personal. You don't like, okay, this is like this, so what?
Yeah, and then you keep going. As far as Tomas goes, has he contributed to the writing process of this latest album?
No, we had. Like the entire album was written before he joined. He did do, of course, in the studio some violin parts and arrangements, but the actual songs were written way before he joined.
Okay. And so, what is in the future for you guys? Do you have any more tour plans coming up?
Yeah, well, once we go home from this tour, we have about a 3-week break. Well, not a break. We have one show in Finland, somewhere there, and then we have a 3-week European tour.
Okay.
Coming up after that, and then after that we still have a couple of Russian shows to do this year, and that's it for the year. And after that, after the Russian shows, we have no dates set. And then this is the album is now this is the last album of the contract that we have with the record label, so we have to take care of some business as well at some point.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Label business always kind of gets you. New contracts need to be signed, and are you still planning on well, I probably shouldn't ask this, but planning on going with Century Media? What was it, Century Media?
No, they're Nuclear Blast.
Okay.
No, we haven't really thought about it that much.
Okay.
We'll see.
Nuclear Blast, yeah. They're a pretty good label from what I hear. Well, actually, I think that's about all the time we have. What time is it? Okay. But I look forward to seeing you guys perform. I always have enjoyed your shows. So, and hopefully, is there anything else that you want to add to fans out there? Or
Not really.
Not much?